Welcome back to Polyglot Perspectives Curso Español. My name is Madeline, and today we will be talking about different ways to introduce ourselves in Spanish. When it comes to introducing ourselves in Spanish, there are various sentence structures we can use. So in this video, I will be talking about ways to introduce ourselves as well as a few other things. Today's topics we will learn about are when to be formal or informal when talking to people, different phrases we can use to introduce ourselves, pronouns in the conjugation of llamarse, what follows after introducing ourselves, and common names used in Mexico, as well as the usage of two surnames. When first talking to someone, it is normal to be asked to introduce ourselves and state our name, and in an informal setting, people may ask ¿Cómo te llamas? Or ¿Cuál es tu nombre? While in a formal setting, the person may ask ¿Cómo se llama usted? Or ¿Cuál es su nombre? This brings us to our next topic, which is when to be formal or informal, which is commonly known in Spanish as when to tutear or Usted. Tutear is when you address someone informally and use the word tú. This is commonly used among friends, family members, and other people you have a social connection with beyond a professional setting. So some examples of sentences using tú are tú eres muy inteligente, tú qué tal estás, or tú cocinas muy bien. On the other hand, Usted is more formal and uses the word usted. This is used when referring to someone who is an acquaintance, of a higher status, or even simply just older. Some examples of using usted are: usted es muy amable, tiene usted el informe preparado, usted es una persona muy simpática. Now, when being asked to introduce ourselves and say our name, there are different ways we can introduce ourselves. For example, we can say me llamo, soy, or mi nombre es. After stating our name, it is common that we ask for the other person for their name, so we would either say y tú, which is informal, or y el suyo, which is formal. Now we will see a conversation in an informal setting. Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Hola, me llamo Madeline. ¿Y tú? Now this is a conversation in a formal setting. Hola, ¿cómo se llama usted? Hola, mi nombre es Madeline. ¿Y el suyo? Now this would be the last way someone may ask your name and the correct way to answer, and this is through using pronouns and conjugating llamarse. To begin, we'll look at some pronouns in Spanish. So on the screen you will see pronouns in Spanish. Next, we will look at some examples of the conjugation of llamarse based on the question this is asked. ¿Cómo se llama ella o él? Some responses that may be said here are ella o él se llama, ella o él es, or su nombre es. ¿Cómo se llaman ellos o ellas? Some responses that may be said here are ellos o ellas se llaman, or ellos o ellos son. These are some examples of the conjugation of llamarse, and below you will see a list of the pronouns and the conjugation of llamarse they use. Finally, after introducing ourselves, it is customary to say hi. It was a pleasure to meet each other. And on the screen, you will see some common ways to say it was a pleasure to meet you. So stating it was a pleasure to meet you, you may say mucho gusto, or un placer de conocerlo, o conocerla, or encantado o encantada. This is a response if the other person was first to say it is a pleasure to meet you. You may say el gusto es mío, or lo mismo. The last thing we will look at are common names used in Mexico, as well as their usage of having two surnames. There are many common names used in Mexico, so we will look at a couple of examples. On the left, you will see female common names, and on the right, you will see some male common names. Finally, in Mexico, it is common for people to have a personal name or names, which is then followed by two surnames. One is the father's paternal family name, and the other is the mother's paternal family name. So an example of a female full name is María Angélica Rodríguez López. María Angélica is the personal name, while Rodríguez is the father's paternal family name, and López is the mother's paternal family name. And finally, an example of a male full name is Antonio Hernández Vargas. Of course, Antonio is the personal name, while Hernández is the father's paternal family name, and Vargas is the mother's paternal family name. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful in learning how to introduce yourself in Spanish. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below how you would introduce yourself in Spanish. Hasta luego!